Hello, and welcome to the Office of Injured Employee Counsel's overview of coverage for post-traumatic stress disorder for certain first responders. My name is Amanda Flores, and I am with OIC's First Responders Unit. If you are a first responder, you should know that we have a dedicated unit to help first responders. We are a state agency, and our services are at no cost to you. An ombudsman is a specially trained OIC employee who can assist you if you have a dispute related to your workers' compensation claim. You may ask for help from an ombudsman if you have not hired an attorney to represent you and you do not have any other type of representation. If you're a first responder who suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, you may be able to get medical and income benefits through the workers' compensation system. Texas law says that PTSD is a compensable injury, meaning an injury that can result in receiving benefits for first responders employed by a political subdivision. First responders entitled to this benefit include peace officers, persons licensed under Chapter 773 of Texas Health and Safety Code, such as emergency care attendants, emergency medical technicians, emergency medical technician intermediates, emergency medical technician paramedics, or licensed paramedics, and also firefighters who are subject to certification by the Texas Commission on Fire Protection under Chapter 419 of the Government Code, whose principal duties are firefighting and aircraft crash and rescue. You would need to prove a preponderance of the evidence, which means more credible evidence than not, that the injury was caused from a work-related event. Confirmation of the diagnosis would be based on medical evidence and subject to standards of recognized psychiatric manuals. Compensability requirements. PTSD must be diagnosed based on certain psychiatric manuals and based on one or more events in the course and scope of employment. Proof. The evidence must show the events was what we call a producing cause of the disorder. Date of injury. This is defined as the date the first responder knew or should have known the disorder was related to their employment. This date can be important in deciding if benefits will be paid and in what amount. And finally, exclusions. PTSD is non-compensable if it comes from a legitimate personnel action, such as a transfer, promotion, demotion, or termination. This is based on Appeals Panel Decision 211953. Now let's discuss the reference to the word event that has changed in subsection B1 of the statute. For claims for benefits for a compensable injury occurring from September 1st, 2017 through August 31st, 2019, PTSD suffered by a first responder is a compensable injury if the disorder was caused by an event occurring in the course and scope of the first responder's employment and the preponderance of the evidence indicates the event was a substantial contributing factor of the disorder. For claims for benefits for a compensable injury occurring beginning on September 1st, 2019, PTSD suffered by a first responder is a compensable injury if it is based on a diagnosis that the disorder was caused by one or more events occurring in the course and scope of the first responder's employment, and the preponderance of the evidence indicates that the event or events were a producing cause of the disorder. The OIC First Responder Liaison is an ombudsman who works directly with the first responder and can help the assigned ombudsman. The liaison email address is firstresponderhelp@oic.texas.gov. You may also request ombudsman assistance by calling 1-866-EZE-OIEC or 1-866-396-6432. Please let staff know that you are a first responder. Sometimes your employer's insurance carrier will not agree that you suffer from a work-related PTSD injury. In order to get benefits, you would need to go through the Division of Workers' Compensation Benefits Dispute Resolution process, which could include going to a mediation, trial, and appeal. But please know that you are not alone in this process. First responders are entitled to a liaison provided by OIC at no cost to the first responder. The liaison is an ombudsman who works directly with the first responder and can help make sure your rights are protected. Again, the liaison email address is firstresponderhelp@oic.texas.gov. And you may also request Ombudsman assistance by calling 1-866-393-6432. OIC looks forward to continuing to assist, educate, and advocate on your behalf. Please contact us either to get more information or if you need direct assistance on a claim. Thank you for listening.